Welcome to the Catholic Life Coach podcast, where I help ambitious Catholic women overcome fear and self-doubt so that they can boldly step into the dreams God placed in their hearts, live authentically, and grow a business rooted in their faith. I'm your host, Carla Fitz. I am the Catholic Life Coach, mom, entrepreneur, and your companion on this journey of holy ambition. Each week, we dive deep into faith, mindset, business, and identity so that you can live aligned, lead confidently, and create the impact God designed you for without guilt or hustle. If you are ready to stop holding back and start showing up as the woman God created you to be, you are in the right place. Welcome, and let's get started. Hello, my loves, and welcome to this week's episode. I am so excited to have you here, and today we are being joined by a dear friend, and I'm so excited to have you on the podcast. This is my friend Gwen. Gwen, please introduce yourself and share a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, thank you, Carla. Thank you so much for this invitation to join your podcast. This is a real treat and a privilege. So my name is Gwen, and I live in Assisi. And
I'm so excited.
So I've got the privilege of living in, I think, one of the most beautiful places on the planet.
Truly.
The city of peace, the city of saints. And well, you can tell from my accent that I am British. So Irish parents, moved to England when I was about 4 years old, brought up in the UK, but left the UK 7 years ago in search of something different, in search of something slower, something deeper, something more spiritual in my life. Bought an old farmhouse, in the process of renovating it. And now I am starting a retreat and pilgrimage work and working for the Diocese of Assisi. So very busy.
Amazing. I love it. You guys, Gwen is actually going to be our pilgrimage guide as well in the Radiant Soul Retreat. And I am so excited to have you with us as part of the retreat too. And just for the 5 women that are coming with me to get to know you and get to know your light and how many things God has done in your life and what an example you are of like what's possible when we have a dream in our hearts. Because truly that is what you're doing. It is so fun and it was such a pleasure. So we met in Assisi this past May when we traveled to Assisi and stayed there for about a month. And when was the reason why I was able to through a friend sing at the church and sing together, which was such an honor to be able to do that in the Basilica. But yeah, that's also part of what you do as well.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So that's how my role and my life in Assisi kind of started. That when I first moved to Assisi, I was searching for a mass in English. I don't speak Italian, and even after 7 years, I still don't speak Italian all that well. I get by. I have enough Italian to to get by. And but yes, but mass is really important to me. One of the most important things in my life is to attend mass at least weekly on a Sunday. Yeah. And in Assisi, there is a Sunday mass in English at the Basilica of St. Francis. And so I sought out that basilica, I sought out that mass. And I have to say, I was a little bit disappointed because there were maybe 4 people there and there was no music. And I used to be the music director in my parish in England. And so at the beginning, I was like, this is a papal basilica. I can't be kind of piping up and saying, oh, I'll sing, I'll do this, I'll do that. Who am I? I've only just arrived in Assisi and I'm like, I'm nobody. So after 3 months, it took me, in those 3 months, I learned about humility. I learned about St. Francis of Assisi and his and his, that, you know, they call him the il poverello, the little impoverished one, the little poor one. And yes, I learnt humility, and then I was like, okay, I volunteered to, you know, and I am humble. I'm not a trained singer. I have a guitar and I can sing and I know a few hymns,
Beautifully.
but I've been doing it for so long, I do it well. So anyway, I've been watching and being part of the English Mass in Assisi grow over the last 7 years, and it's been a complete and utter joy. So now we have the Basilica of Assisi, the Basilica of St. Francis. It's full on a Sunday morning,
Yeah.
and it's just beautiful to witness. More and more people are getting to know about it, and we've set up Facebook pages and doing more social media around it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of how it all started. And then when Carla, you came into Assisi, and then I heard there's a singer in town, and
It's
then
crazy.
I met you, and I'm like, oh, it's the Catholic life coach. I follow her, and I got all starry-eyed because it's Carla, the Catholic life coach, and it's just so amazing to have met you, and then for you to sing. Oh, it was just the icing on the cake.
It was such an honor, honestly. Like, it has been such a gift in my life, and just like practicing letting God open the doors he needs to open has been beautiful. Being in Assisi was truly a transformative experience for me. And we were there. So we went for 3 days the first time, went back for 5, and then went back for a month. And then, God willing, we'll be back for 3 months. And I'm just like, feel like it's just constantly extending, because it's that what you shared is that city of so much peace and
Mm,
just I don't know how to explain it. I can't put it in a
mm,
phrase other than you just feel connected and so
yeah,
much peace when you are there. And it just opens up that opportunity. I remember when we went on our girls' night, we were talking about the Assisi magic, right? Like, that is exactly what happens. All of a sudden we're open to his possibilities.
Assisi magic. Yeah,
Mm.
and things happen.
Yeah.
Things unexpected things happen. You meet people that you never would imagine meeting. The connections, or the I don't like saying this word because the coincidences,
Yes.
because they're
The
not
quote unquote
coincidences.
coincidences.
They are God incidences,
Yes.
and they're God moments. There are so many God moments in Assisi
Yes.
Magic,
Yeah.
and
That's
you were
exactly
one
what
of those
I
moments.
Yeah, that's how I felt there with you guys. And as you were sharing about humility and talking about St. Francis, what popped in my head is how important it is, yes, to be humble. But one of the things that I love about him is what he says in the phrase that stuck with me since the first time I went to Assisi. And it was, do what's necessary, then what's possible, and then you'll find yourself doing the impossible. And it's with him, right? Like, he's the one, God is the one opening those doors and creating that impossible. And that's
Yeah.
something that we've been living and you've experienced too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but I didn't really know very much about Francis and
Mhm.
Claire when I first moved to Assisi. I'd been to Assisi once before in the year 2000, the last Jubilee year. That's kind of giving away my age a little bit
Wow.
as well. But uh, I went to Assisi. It was a half-day trip. It was a pilgrimage from London, from Westminster Diocese, and spent half a day there. And I left thinking, oh my God, this is such a beautiful, beautiful place. But it took me 13 years to go back. So
Hmm.
it was 2013 when I first went back to Assisi, and it was in March 2013. And while I was there, Pope Francis was inaugurated as
Wow.
Pope, as the new Pope. And I've never being in Assisi and then learning about Francis, and then Pope Francis starting his new papacy, taking on the name of Francis and how important that was for the city of Assisi. I took that as a sign that I wanted to be part of this.
Yeah.
And learning about Francis has changed. changed my outlook on life.
Yeah.
You know, I know that I'm definitely more aware of my surroundings. I'm more aware of nature. I'm more aware of creation. Um, but it's not just about that. He had an unbelievable passion for Christ,
Mhm. Yeah.
and to witness and to go to the places where he received the stigmata.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to be here to walk in the footsteps of those saints, the great saints of Francis and Clare,
Yeah.
is just amazing.
Yeah. Well, and adding to both of them, who are such pillars, right? Then now we have Carlo
Mm.
Acutis being a
Oh
big
yeah.
deal in Assisi, and
Oh
him
yeah.
being who
Yes,
he is.
the new saint on the block, as I'm calling him.
Goodness, yes. And he is amazing. And like Carlo was also, and I'm so glad this came and I knew it would come. Carlo was one of the biggest reasons how we all kind of came to be together. And I remember being in that girls' night, that Thursday night, talking fully about our experience with him and how he has impacted our life, right? Like for me, Carlo has been. I haven't shared this story with you, Gwen, but I'm gonna share it now because I think it fits and you'll love it. So I asked the day that I found out about Carlo was through my sister. My sister is madly in love with Assisi. She's never been, but she will for sure. But she's like, you need to pray to him because I was in desperate desire of going back to Assisi, not well, yeah, to Assisi, but to Italy, period, because I was madly in love with Florence until I met Assisi, and then I fell a little more in love.
Mm, yeah.
Um, and my sister and I went to a relic. They brought the relics of a lot of saints to our church, and one of them was Carlo. And I remember so vividly. I'm pretty sure that was in October that the relic came to our church. I grabbed his relic, and held it closed and asked it to please take me back to Italy someday. I'm gonna cry. To please
Oh,
intercede for our family to go back, and that I would think of him and I would go visit him, and he would be one of the main reasons why we would go to Italy. And no joke, that following February we were in Assisi.
yeah.
It was nuts how it all opened up.
Yeah. No,
So
once Carlo gets hold of you, you end up working for Carlo. Believe me, he gets
yes,
hold of you and he uses you. He uses you to be an instrument here on earth. And yeah, he's definitely got hold of you, Carla, for sure. Yeah,
I want to
beautiful.
know your story with Carlo too because you are a big influence for him. So please share.
Oh, oh well, yeah. So again, I'm embarrassed to say that I'm living in the Assisi and there's this boy that's being made venerable. Venerable. This is in 2019, and I'm hearing about this boy, and I'm like, who? Who? Carlo? Who? And to be completely honest with you, I still didn't really take that much notice because I was kind of new to Assisi, new to Italy, new to just getting myself established in town and renovating a house and learning a language and setting up a new business. It was like adding a saint or a potential saint onto my list of priorities was low, I have to say, and I'm sorry to say that.
No, it makes total sense.
But but then the following year in 2020, in October 2020, Carlo was beatified in the Basilica of St. Francis. And I watched it on the TV. And I live here. I was watching it on the TV. Again, it was during COVID time. And so,
Mhm.
it was very difficult. But it was at that point, that was a turning point for me that I need to learn about this boy. This is a blessed on my turf, in my city, new boy. Who is this guy? And so that's when I started trying to research and understand more about him. And there was nothing, there was very, very little in English. There was the carloacutis.org website. The English translation of everything was bad. And there really wasn't that much information still. And there definitely wasn't any books in English.
Yeah.
Um, but there were some quotes. So Carlo never had any writings, he's not a doctor of the church. Um, but he has these beautiful little sayings, beautiful little quotes, things that he would say even from when he was like a 6-year-old boy. He would just say little things about Jesus and about Mary and about his Catholic faith. And I remember praying the rosary, and it occurred to me to the idea came into my head, to combine a quote of Carlo with a mystery of the rosary. And so I started doing that, and I fell in love with Carlo through that, praying the rosary with a quote of Carlo. And so then I know I'm going to publish this. And so I I published a book called Pray the Rosary with Carlo Acutis. I'd never done anything like this before, and I really didn't know what I was doing, but I did it very quickly. I really felt that the Holy Spirit guided me through the process. And so thank you to anybody who's bought that book on Amazon, because I did no advertising or anything on it, but it sold. I've just sold lots and lots of copies of this Pray the Rosary booklet, and it's a devotional, and so then through that, I started connecting with more and more people in Assisi about Carlo, and then talking to them about Carlo, and then people asked me to give talks on Carlo.
Yeah.
And then there were requests for the relics. There's people requesting relics all over the world, but there's people requesting relic visits. So the primary relic, primary traveling relic, I should say, from Assisi is requested from bishops and from dioceses around the world. And for the English-speaking countries, UK and the islands particularly, I have been attending those relic mission trips on behalf of the Diocese of Assisi. And so I'm seeing firsthand the thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people that come to venerate the relic of Carlo Acutis. And so I'm now on my third book. And yes, I've been writing books. I've been doing the relic mission trips with Carlo, and I'm giving talks and meeting people at the tomb of Carlo, meeting and greeting people there. So yeah, I'm all in. He's and I would say I think Francis has changed my outlook on my Catholic faith, but Carlo has changed my practice in my faith.
100%. That was my experience with him. He brought me to the Eucharist. It's like I used to go to Mass and, we prayed
Yes.
the Rosary every once in a while.
Yes.
But because of his example, like my sister and I, we love him. We feel like he was the third of us, because there's just two sisters and the brother is Carlo apparently in our head, which is he's so close to us. And it was through his example that we were able to just fall in love with the Eucharist. So just his example of like, we have him right there. Why would we spend any more time anywhere else that is not with Jesus? Why not have that sacred hour where it's just you and him? And again, trying really hard not to cry here because truly that was a practice that has completely transformed my Catholic faith. Was always a Catholic, always, but
Yeah.
it was very lukewarm. And I feel like ever since we started learning about him and got closer to him and all of it, it's just he has brought us closer and closer to him, to God, and I'm very grateful for that. Yeah.
Absolutely. The Eucharist, he is, I heard something today. Let me just get my note on that. Yes, in Assisi, there is going to be, there's a new inscription that's going to be written at the tomb of Carlo. And so this hasn't been broadcast anywhere else, but you're going to get very early info on this. but he is being called a saint of the young, apostle of the Eucharist.
Ooh, chills.
So yesterday was the feast of Saint Mary Magdalene,
Mhm.
who was the apostle of the apostles. Okay. But the apostle of the Eucharist, that is a really strong title of the messenger of the messenger of the Eucharist, in bringing people to the Eucharist, in bringing people to the true presence of Jesus
Mhm.
in the living bread, and what that can bring to our lives. And so when I say to you that Carlo has changed my practice in my faith, it's that's what it's about. It's
Mhm.
the Eucharist is everything.
Yeah.
Jesus is everything. Receiving Holy Communion is everything. And even really being more aware at the sacred points of the Mass, more so than ever before, at the point of consecration, and at that moment when the priest is doing that sign of the cross,
Yeah.
and we are saying about the sacrifice at your hands, the sacrifice at the hands of the priest,
Yeah.
that they are now, oh, honestly, it is my practice of kneeling and genuflecting has increased, and I know I'm more reverent, and
Yeah.
I am praying more at mass. I'm not distracted.
Yeah.
I'm more concentrated.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
being a part of that miracle that it's truly life-changing. I think the part of the masses you're saying, like the part of where they're doing the consecration, and there's a moment that because I little by little started to fall more and more and more in love with Eucharist and knowing about Carlo and just getting connected with Mary more and all the things like Mary, our mother, right? And one of the things that every single time in the Mass when we say it, it's like I feel it to the very deepest part of my soul, and it's I am not worthy to receive you. But I
oh
am
yeah.
so grateful that I'm about to. Like that love, I did
Mm,
not have that love until I saw it from this little kid's mentality. Like, and I just like,
yeah,
you hear his story and the way he viewed the Eucharist. I'm like, oh my goodness, I've been missing this my whole life. And I've been receiving
yeah,
it my whole life. Like every
that's
single
it.
Sunday. It's crazy.
That's it.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. Lord, I am not worthy to receive you, but only say the word, and my soul shall be healed. And I never feel worthy,
Of course.
but I know that I will be healed. And then we do it every Sunday. And I had a conversation not that long ago with somebody about my understanding of the Mass
Hmm.
has improved. Like you have the three parts of the Mass. So you
Hmm.
have the penitential rite at the beginning. We have to be sorry for our sins. In order for us to be able to hear the word of God, we need to say sorry to God for everything that we've done, even if it's 10 minutes after we've come out of Mass. I know that we all sin again, don't we? We say things that and we think things that we shouldn't. Oh, and it's like, oh gosh, just received Holy Communion, Lord, forgive me. But that penitential rite is to really to help us to cleanse ourselves first, so that then we can enter into listening to the word of God, that we understand, we receive that into our hearts, the word, to allow us then to receive him in his body and blood.
Hmm.
But you can't just receive the body and blood. You've got to go through that process.
Yeah,
And
it's brilliant.
I just,
This is
yeah,
like,
Carlo has really changed. I've just got. I don't know if you can see this, but I've got this.
oh, I just saw that.
This is my little stand figure of
I
Carlo
love that. Oh, my sister's gonna be
with
so
his
jealous.
football and his little dog. Yeah, it's
I love
cute.
that they changed his name to San Carlo Acutis. I think it's brilliant. I'm like,
San
yes,
Carlo, see.
I
So
love it.
Carlo is with us.
Always. I love it. No, and I'm just, hearing you speak, you have such deep knowledge on the catechesis in our faith. Mo So much knowledge. And it's like, that was the reason when I met you. And as I was putting together the retreat, I'm like, she's gotta be a part of this.
Oh,
Because, of course,
thank
like
you.
my brain is very much in our faith mixed with life coaching and all those things and the retreat piece. But your brain, I am so excited to have you be a part of this and to lead us in parts of it. And I'm just super excited for that.
Oh, well, so am I. I'm excited to help guide you through Assisi, finding those little gem
Yes.
places that are not on the tourist track.
Hmm.
I mean, of course, you're going to be going to the Basilica of St. Francis and the Basilica of St. Clare. You'll be honoring the tombs of those two great saints. You'll be going to the tomb of Carlo Acutis. But there are some beautiful little places that are under lock and key that very few people know about. That we know that Francis of Assisi prayed in these places. He walks in these streets. Um, there's there's another little chapel that I'm not sure I've spoken to you about yet, about with Carlo, that I hope that we can go to too.
Oh,
So
yes.
I would yeah, I'm really excited to show the side of Assisi is those silent places
Yes.
where you can enter into prayer because there's nobody else there. It will
Yes.
just be you. Those are the
So
places,
excited.
yeah, those are the places where people will get a real feeling of peace,
Yeah.
of prayer, of a deeper connection to God. And that's that's the idea of retreat, okay? That's
Yes.
that's what you want. So many people go on pilgrimage
Yes.
and are, and I am a big fan of pilgrimage. I love pilgrimage. I am a pilgrimage junkie. I love pilgrimage. I do, don't get me wrong. But there is this thing of the hop on, hop off pilgrimage bus,
Yes.
right? And then you get on the bus, and then you go to a place, and then you get kind of traipse through, and you've got your little earpiece in, and you hear everything, and then you get back on the bus and you go somewhere else, and it's like, oh, stop.
Slow down and enjoy
Yeah.
a cappuccino.
And so the fact that you are
Yes.
concentrating in Assisi for a number of days
Yes.
is really special, because
Yes.
there's not that type of pilgrimage doesn't happen that often in Assisi.
Yeah.
People come for maybe 2 or 3 days, and then
Yeah.
that might be it. Some people only come for half a day, which I think is criminal.
Truly.
But the fact that you're coming for, is it 5 days?
7 days
It's
for the
seven,
shorter
seven
version, and then
days.
the other one is 9 days.
So you are doing a full immersion into this unbelievable city, and you'll get to see some amazing places. And I feel privileged to know those places and to take you there.
Yes, I am so, I prayed for you so much because I was like, God, I need some help. I am not from Assisi. I'm madly in love with it. And because I'm madly in love with it, I learned lots this past month of spending a full month in Assisi.
Mm.
And, in the train when I was getting to Assisi, I met another Venezuelan lady, which is a God moment. And
Oh,
she was like, You're spending a month in Assisi? That's a long time to spend in Assisi. And I thought so too. And so I thought, well, maybe when I get there, I'll just go to Rome and we'll go to Florence. We got to Assisi and never left. Like we just couldn't leave it. There is that just as they like what you're saying, the immersion and the faith and the silence that you really can understand if you're spending enough time there. And
hmm,
half a day is not it, and 3 days is not it.
hmm.
So I'm so excited because this is what it is, and it's a small group as well.
Yeah. If you wanted to walk from the bottom of Assisi to the top of Assisi without stopping, fast walking, can do it in half an hour, you know? So it's a small place.
Yes.
It's a small place, okay? But I completely agree with you. There's still streets that I haven't walked down.
Yes.
There's still little alleyways and just little they call them vicoletti, the little streets. There's uh, lots of surprises around little corners,
Yeah.
always. And you already know this, that you're not going to get bored of being
Oh
in
no.
Assisi in
Goodness
seven
no.
days. It's
Yes.
possible.
Yeah.
And
Especially when you're looking for renewal and connection and silence, it is the place to do it. So I'm
yeah,
so excited. And just
yeah.
truly honor you're gonna be with us. So I'm really excited for that. Too. My love, I can talk to you for hours. But I want you to share a little bit with us about your favorite. If you had to pick a saint, who would it be? I know it's really hard. And like truly, it's hard. But I'm
Well,
guessing.
well, yeah, because Carlo is like the flavor of the month right now,
Hmm.
and well, the flavor of my last few years for sure.
Yeah.
Um, and then, we've got the canonization coming up, and um, I have never been so excited about a saint. I'm going to get emotional now.
I understand you. Oh, I'm sending you a virtual hug. I understand your emotion.
Yeah, no, he's life changing.
Yeah,
So yeah, Carlo would be my favorite saint.
totally get it.
Yeah. And so the one thing that he says, and I mean it's kind of everywhere, but not I, but God. I know from my personal experience, just over the last few years. Sorry, I'm getting
It's
emotional.
okay.
That I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. Um, Carlo has led me to working for Jesus.
Yeah.
And and so I was working in pharmaceuticals actually. I was working in medical writing. But it was really January this year. It's only this year that I made a very bold decision in my life to give it all up and just to say, that's it, I'm working for God now. I'm working for the Lord. I'm I'm Carlo's PA, and everything, my world has opened up, and everything I can say is that it's not I that's done this. It's the Lord. It's the Holy Spirit. And so when you do surrender yourself to Jesus, when there's a deep desire in your heart to do something different, something that maybe people would criticize you for, like giving up your job, uh, then trust in that and trust in the Lord, because the Lord will open the world up to you. And but so everything I do now, I surrender it all and I trust, and the Lord provides always, not I, but God.
Oh, I'm trying really hard not to cry.
Uh,
Yes, that's so beautifully said. And that's exactly right. Like, my listeners have been with me through this whole season of letting go and letting God, of
mm,
our life and the whole judgment that people may or may not have. My husband left his job and that was an
yeah,
adjustment. And the same thing happened to us. The moment we let go and we let him do his thing, our mind
yeah,
to the day, every day, are mind blown because
yeah,
it's not us. open to collaborating, right? We're open to co-creating this beautiful life with him, but he's the one opening the right doors.
Yeah.
I don't know if I shared this with you when we met, but what started is this snowball of situations and changes in our life was what he put in my heart was I need you to leave what you know, everything you know, to go to
Mm.
the places I need you to go and meet the people I need you to go to meet.
Mm.
And you were one of those people. And I am so
Oh,
grateful that I let go and let him lead.
yes. So I never know who I'm going to meet. And I met you. And I believe that everybody that is put into my path is there for a reason. And and so now look at this. This is
Yes.
it's such a privilege, such a privilege. Such I've never done a podcast before. This is my
But you are natural. Oh, my love. I'm
this
so
is
grateful.
this is my first ever podcast. So yes, this is fantastic. I could just sit here chat all day. Actually, it's fantastic.
I do love
Um,
this.
but yeah. So I think what you're doing, Carla, is just awe-inspiring. You are an amazing coach and woman and mother and wife and beautiful friend. Um,
I can't wait to hug you again in October.
yeah.
Cannot come fast enough. And that's what I found in Assisi. I put together our vision board, and one of them was like come together as a community and grow together. And for me, it's like finding I think I did a podcast on you guys specifically because it's like I met these incredible women in Assisi because it
Mm,
wasn't just right, it wasn't just you. I met other people and more people, and there's just like these incredible women that are letting their
absolutely.
lives be guided by him. And that's why I'm so excited for this retreat and this pilgrimage because this is six of us that are going to be in this together, and you guys will get to know the women I'm talking about, which will be so fun. But truly, it's a gift to just be women of that are open to bringing his light into the world, and you are so one of them, and you are an inspiration to me, and I admire you so much, and cannot wait to learn more from you. It's gonna be amazing. And just want to thank you for coming on, and please share with the listeners where they can find you and your books.
Oh, yes. So my books are on Amazon. There's Pray the Rosary with Carlo Acutis. And that's going to be updated soon. So watch this space because it's second edition or revised edition for Saint Carlo Acutis. And so I'm updating all of the reflections with that book. And then it was Living Lent. I did a book for Lent, but I'm going to be doing a book for the Advent reflections.
Okay.
That's going to be coming shortly. They're all available on Amazon.
Okay.
So just look for my name, Gwen Wiseman, and follow the author. And I'm running retreats and pilgrimage on my website called www.viaassisi.com. Oh, and I'm also on TikTok. So I'm also available on TikTok as Gwen of Assisi.
Love it. And you're on Instagram as well, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. I don't really use Instagram so much. I need to get more onto Instagram.
Right?
It's the same handle. Yeah.
Yep.
Gwen of
Perfect.
Assisi on Instagram and on TikTok. Yeah.
All right, you guys go check her out. She's amazing. And I cannot wait to be in Assisi with you again and with our pilgrimage. It's going to be awesome. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I look forward to meeting you all in Assisi.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't heard, I want to invite you to come with us and take a week to 9 days away with us to reconnect with our faith and ourselves in a beautiful setting in Assisi, Italy. This is going to be a transformational retreat, and not only is it a luxurious retreat with spa days, with holy hours, private masses in a beautiful community of like-minded women, but I am also providing you with support before and after the retreat. If you join the retreat experience, you get a whole 3 months free inside of my group coaching program. And if you join the last VIP, you get a whole 6 months for free. This is an amazing opportunity to transform your life from the inside out and do it where the saints walked. All you need to do is submit your application at carlafitz.com/retreat. Link is in the description.